Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to IBGR.network, the radio station of note. I'm excited to be with you. I'm your host, Arthie, Moore, Compassion Leader of Influence. And I'm excited to be here today because you're listening to IBGR Network, now known as the International Business Growth Network. And I just want to say it's an absolute privilege and it's exciting. And I think it's just so much fun that I'm back with you again. It is the day before Christmas, our Christmas Eve special, and I'm absolutely thrilled. I'm thrilled that this is my 12th session with all of the beautiful people on IBGR.network. And what's incredible about it is that we've been taking you through a massive journey as an entrepreneur or business owner, whether you're working in your business, on your business, or exiting your business. The IBGR network radio station was put together specifically for you and for your growth. Now, over the last season, and we're now into season 3, nearly the finale. I know next week is going to be the wrap up of the entire 12 sessions that we've had so far. But it's been exciting. It's been brilliant. It's been fantastic. And I cannot tell you how exciting it is to be doing today's topic, which is something that I'm absolutely passionate about. It is my baby. It is something that I've been working on for the last 6 years. And I cannot tell you how exciting this is because I'm talking about the compassionate leader uses ethical and responsible guidance. Now, I realize that is a mouthful, but I've been working on something based on compassionate leadership. And based on compassionate leadership, I have found that there are many instances where entrepreneurs and business owners are so busy building the technical aspects of their business that they forget about the people side of it. And what's exciting is that today you are listening to me talking into the people lane. So this is season 3, episode 12 in the people lane. And my topic for today is the compassionate leader uses ethical and responsible guidance. Now, what's going to be brilliant is I am going to be taking an excerpt from the book that I'm writing, where I wrote an entire value on compassion. So it teaches you all of the do's, the don'ts, the know-how, steps to follow. What are the benefits of having compassionate leadership traits within your business and how it affects your ability to build the people you're with, the people that you wish to have interactions with on a business level, the relationships you want to build. Now, I know that there's been so many aspects I've spoken into on my radio station, on my radio show, but I believe that this is going to be one of the most funnest ones because this is something that I've written from my heart. It's based on my personal experiences, and I'm going to share with you some anecdotes that makes a massive difference in the art of connecting, in the way that we can help guide and support people in the most meaningful, beautiful way possible. Now, earlier on, my awesome, stunning partner, Moore-Robberts, spoke into intentional is essential. Now, I love that because he is absolutely intentional and he's really, really brilliant in the way he connects with people. And I absolutely adore the way he interacts and networks meaningfully. So there's intention and there's integrity there. And I would love to actually bring to the fore him as an example right now, as somebody who is really very compassionate. He's somebody very understanding of how people feel. He talks into their fears and he guides and supports people. Now, for me, he stands out as one of my most caring, thoughtful, incredible role models in my life. So I want to acknowledge him. It is something that I've always realized that in life we acknowledge the people, normally people who we interact with outside in the business world and people who we listen to and are impressed by because of their titles or they're motivational speakers or they've achieved a lot of stuff. But for me, my biggest guidance in life comes from the people that I'm surrounded by and acknowledging them and the value that they bring into my life always, constantly, on a daily basis. So it's our everyday people who I find to be the most compassionate, caring, thoughtful, incredible people. So today, by the way, before I forget, if you are listening to me live on IBGR dot network, I'd love to welcome you to download the show notes from our website and go and look at all of the incredible opportunities you have to interact with us on the website. We are now in over 152 countries. Can you imagine that? And it is growing daily. We have got people, we've got on air talent from around the world, global specialists of note, all entrepreneurs in real life. And they're adding value to you as a real person, understanding that this is what you need in your life right now. So they're not actually regurgitating stuff that they'd like to talk about. They're actually talking into every aspect of the business that allows you to build your business, work in it, on it, or exit your business. So every week there are different aspects to your business that really, really talks into it. So I thought, I wanted to talk into that for a little bit. And if I'm looking away, it's because I'm just watching my the radio station system in place. I just want to make sure I'm on track for our radio station as well, whilst I'm live on Facebook. So if you are watching me on Facebook, I would welcome you and your comments. I'd love to hear from you and see how you feel. I want to hear your stories. If you are inspired by somebody, you find somebody very compassionate in your life, you find that there are leaders that you would like to share their experiences and some of their inspirations with us, please like and share it and write it down in our comment box, and I will get to you and read it out in our break. So when I look at my topic, the compassionate leader uses ethical and responsible guidance, I want to talk into something that is really, really powerful. And I'm going to read to you some of the excerpts from what I wrote and give you a little bit of a background of why I believe that, ethics, values, responsibility, helping people to be accountable starts with you. It starts with you as the leader and seeing where your development is taking other people to. Now, if you have been following me on all of my other talks, you would have heard me say, never come down to somebody else's level, bring them up to yours. However, if you are not changing, adjusting, evolving, developing, creating, growing, becoming more in life, what are you bringing people up to? So, compassionate leader of influence always grows who they are, always evolves, and then they take people with them. And so I thought I should read into a few areas that really stands out of how a compassionate leader uses ethical and responsible guidance. And I wrote a few things in this value of compassion. And what's stunning about it is I have written out this entire value and posted in our show notes that is accessible from our website, www.ibgr.network. So when you go over there, you're going to be able to download this podcast, also download my show notes, interact with me, find me there. And if you want to connect with me, you'll find all of my details and bio there as well. So coming back to the compassion person. See, a compassion person comprehends, connects, and understands and accepts people for who they are and where they're at in their journey. Now, I find that is an imperative area to understand. You see, a compassionate person very seldom judges people, and I'm not saying they don't judge. It is a human trait and human behavior to immediately judge based on our unconscious biases or our beliefs or the way we've been programmed to feel about things, about people, about behavior. So what I'm saying is that a compassionate leader actually comprehends where the person is at in their journey, not your own, where they are at in their own journey. And then they entice them to grow to the next levels of excellence in their personal and business lives. Now, that's an important one to take note of. You see, because a compassionate person entices somebody else to grow, and that is why it's always important. When I say, if you want to bring people up to your level, you need to already be resonating at a very different level, and you need to be uh, growing personally in terms of your leadership, your expertise, your skills, so that when you observe other people, you're observing from a place of empathy. You're observing from a place of understanding and guidance with the intention to be supportive, not to take over, not to manage behavior, but to support meaningfully or intentionally in a more powerful way. So when I look at how do they do this? They do this by adding value in every way to share their experiences, to share their expertise, so that when they help the person to grow, they're using their intuition and they're looking at what normal people would not look at. You see, I believe that a compassionate leader of influence will see what people are not saying, so you'll be able to use your own intuitive thinking, different levels of understanding to guide and support people differently. So when we look at why is this relevant in ethical and responsible guidance? Well, you cannot guide and support people if you don't see the good in them. If you only see the bad in them and you always demean people and you want to manage behavior in the wrong way, unfortunately, it's very destructive. So when I look at some of the other areas, they intentionally seek to use integrity in every aspect of their lives in order to stay true and respectful to themselves first. This allows them to inspire and impact others by standing up for their values, principles, and beliefs. Now, I want to stop there because that is a powerful statement to actually resonate on, think about, and contemplate. See, the integrity of you, who you are as a human being, will always be seen before you can talk into the lives of the people around you. Now, I know that was a mouthful, and that is why I feel that it makes sense that we take a short 2 minute break. But when we come back, what I want to talk about is some of the aspects of how do we change and adjust this? What can we do differently? How do we help people to grow? And I feel that, one of the other areas is that there's a lot of support that we give to you as IBGR .network. So join us on our Insiders Network by going to our website and clicking on the join us link. So we are on Facebook, on Instagram, on all the different social media platforms. Make sure you connect with us right there. And I'll be back right now.